Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. The head of information and communication of the Biafra de facto customary government headed by Asari Dakubo. I'm talking about Uche Mefo, who had been once a very key member of IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, has stepped up to start carrying out his responsibility of passing information. And this time around, he's speaking directly to the governor of Imo State, talking about Hope Uzodinma over the recent attack that we're seeing in the southeast. He's talking to Uzodinma and other four southeast governors, and he condemned the lackadaisical attitude of those people and made some very strong statement looking at what may end up being the end product of Nigerians defending themselves. And it's very important we just look at this and also look at what Nigerians have to say about what Uche Mefo is telling the southeastern governors. But before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, if you're not subscribed, just hit that red subscribe button and also the notification bell so that anytime we publish our videos, you'll be the first to be notified. All right, let's look at the news in detail. As condemnations trail the attack on police station and correctional centers in Imo State, the head of information and communication of the Biafra de facto customary government of Asari Dakubo, Uche Mefo, has expressed disappointment at Southeast governors for not adequately protecting the lives and properties of the people of the zone. Mefo, in a statement released on Sunday in Owerri, also indicted the State House of Assembly in the zone for not making an enabling law to guarantee the safety of the lives of the people. He affirmed that the governor's inadequacies will lead to the people defending themselves with whatever they have, thereby constituting anarchy. According to him, he said this must be an enabling law, or there must be an enabling law or regulation, and this is the responsibility of both the state houses of assembly and the governor, in this case Biafran land. Where the government fails to protect lives and properties and the people's lives are endangered, then the people, including non-state actors, have right to defend themselves against violence and aggression directed against them. The governors and the state houses of assembly members in Biafran land have been called upon to take their responsibilities seriously in the area of protection of lives and property, because not doing so is a direct invitation to anarchy, lawlessness, and chaos. Mefo stated further that he was not surprised at the formation of Eastern Security Network by Nnamdi Kanu, adding that more would surely come up to defend their interests. According to him, he said, unfortunately, they have disappointed everyone by leaving a gap while arms are now in the hands and control of unregulated non-state actors. The danger is that going forward, there is a possibility of proliferation of militia groups and private armies. ESN is a militia standing army controlled by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so expect other militia groups to come up in defense of their various interests unless there is a collaboration across board. Meanwhile, Mefo has frowned at the preferential treatment given to bandits and the killer headsmen, adding that if the Fulani headsmen could be identified to be behind some killings in the country and recently in Ebonyi and Enugu State, they do not deserve mercy and should equally be labeled as terrorists. Wow. That's a serious one coming from him. But then we have to look at what Nigerians have to say. And this one say, a good one coming from the new Biafran group. We are hopeful that you people will defend the Biafran land. We are so happy to hear from you, Mefo. That's serious. Another one here says, Mefo, that's a good one coming from you. They should be expecting more militia group. We hope that the government of the day will be able to stand the number of groups that will be coming up. Another one here says, Uche Mefo, who asked you, we do not want any input from you concerning Biafra. You are a saboteur, and what you say does not mean anything to Biafrans. That's really serious. Another one here says, Uche Mefo, well done. It clearly shows that you know what is going to happen in the nearest future if the government does not call all necessary stakeholders to the table to see how they can negotiate for peace and tranquility. It is high time they send packing the Fulani headers from Biafran land so that we can live in peace. This is serious. Another person here says ESN had come to stay. Now what we are seeing is UGM. And with this, more will be coming up, except the government decides to do the needful by ensuring that they provide the necessary protection that they had guaranteed the people in their states. Another one here says, Uche Mefo, you have done so well by saying what you just said. The government must wake up to their responsibility. Nobody forced them to lead us. They told Nigerians that they can lead us, and that's why we employ them via our voters card to stand in for us. It is high time they wake up to their responsibility than to throw blames at people who do not even matter to us. It is high time they do the needful. Thank you once again, Uche Mefo. Wow, a lot of people are talking here. This one says, great to hear from you, Uche Mefo. It's high time the government do what they are paid to do. Uzodinma has done his best. Can't get what this guy is saying. This one says here, Uche Mefo, you are absolutely right. ESN has come to stay, and we are hopeful that you will work alongside Asari Dakubo to roll out another group that will help to protect Biafra land. All what we need is Biafra. Whatever you will do, make sure that you are in sync with what Nnamdi Kanu is in need of. That's serious. For me, I feel that what Uche Mefo is saying is absolutely true, considering the fact that the government has been a little bit very lackadaisical. If you check our feed, you are going to see one DSS ex-director, what he had to tell Nigerians, and he had to open up on the fact that intels were already in place, sent to the governor, who is the chief security officer, and also to the police. But unfortunately, they didn't do anything with it, and that's why we saw what we saw on Monday morning. Thank God that no lives were lost. We are hopeful that they will wake up to their responsibility. Now, talking about the issue of militia, I mean, before now, Nigerians were really castigating any private army that is showing up, to work in a state, an independent state, like, Nigeria. But with what we are seeing on ground and with some of the abnormalities that is happening in our security architecture, no one tends to blame these guys again, especially if they're coming in for good, And with the level of underrating of our security personnel, it clearly shows that every Nigerian will have to defend himself. I'm just sometimes wondering, how about if these UGM guys decide to say, let's start moving from house to house and start robbing all of that? What will be the fate of those living in the southeast? What will be their fate? Automatically, they can't stop those guys, because if the security agency cannot do anything to them, private individuals, can just not do anything. At a point, Nigeria needs to see how we can correct some of these things so that we'll live in peace. That's where I like to leave you. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. What's your position about what Uche Mefo had to tell the governors of the 5 Eastern